Aboriginal TV, Channel 4, putting Aboriginal news first. Landmark reforms passed in the Australian Parliament are set to give Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people access to greater economic, environmental, social and cultural benefits. The reforms centre on the Indigenous Land Corporation and its funding body, the Land Account. These institutions have served to enable Indigenous Australians who are unable to assert native title to regain control of their land.
The Indigenous Land Corporation has been purchasing properties where native title is not able to be demonstrated that it's been there for the whole time. They then hand those properties back and they devolve those properties back to some of the property owners, and we're able to now not only provide those properties back to people who couldn't demonstrate continued possession, but we're able also to ensure that they have the capacity for training, for fencing, for cattle, for infrastructure, for machinery.
The recent reforms will establish a new Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Land and Sea Future Fund. The Indigenous Land Corporation, already renamed to the Indigenous Land and Sea Corporation, will officially have its function expanded to include the acquisition and management of rights in relation to waters. The journey of the bills is the result of bipartisan support between government and opposition in the federal parliament. A key driver behind the reforms has been the Indigenous Land and Sea Corporation Board.
The ILC acquires land on behalf of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, but it also assists in the long-term management of those lands, of those properties that are purchased on behalf of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples.
Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Senator Nigel Scullion, said the bills, which were introduced into Parliament early this year, represent an historic moment in Australia's land rights journey.
So this is really about recognising historical lack of capacity for capitalisation, and we think that will turn to jobs, and of course jobs can turn your world around for families and individuals.
Aboriginal TV, Channel 4, putting Aboriginal news first.